condolences to his family, his mother. This is a real person. This is America, freedom of speech. He just gave his opinion. But his opinion was not to bash women, not to bash anyone. It was to help.
Hi everyone, welcome to the podcast. My name is Antonio Miles, and this is The Empire Podcast. Before we get into it, just want to remind you guys I got an ebook coming out soon called 10 Things That Your Parents Should Have Taught You But Didn't. But stay tuned. But right now, we're going to talk about something very serious. But I want to introduce the guest first, who's going to be talking about the subject with us.
It's your boy T Giuliano, Terrick T, man. Let's get it in.
Get it in, yeah. And so today, folks, what's been really popular is we're going to talk about Kevin Samuels and the death of Kevin Samuels. You've heard about the guy, right?
Man, everyone heard about him. And it's crazy how I just was, like regular human being just on Instagram. Then I was like, oh, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? He died. Like, oh, man. Wonder how the world's going to react. And then I'm just like, it was mind-blowing, crazy.
Facts.
Crazy.
Facts. So, like, how'd you first hear about him?
Oh, man. I first heard about him because, he was, talking about, the different girls and everything, about, how, they can't, why black women is, not married and all that. And if you're over 35, you're a leftover, So he was, like, real controversial with the females, Facts. But he still, I feel like, everyone's controversial, but he still had valid points. Like, he made sense, how the world is going on right now where females is kind of like, like if I was to have a daughter, I would, it's like
approach it a different way.
You can't compare a female and a male.
Yeah, how I first heard of him was, Cedric.
Oh yeah,
Cedric.
Okay,
Cedric.
okay.
Cedric hit me up. He was like, hey, Tonio, you gotta check this guy out. Listen to what he's saying. And he was looking for like a specific video or whatever, but he couldn't find it. But he's like, check out this guy. And that was the first time I heard of Kevin Samuels, and I was like, wow, this guy he's wild, but I fuck with it. You know what I mean?
He's wild, but
I fuck with it.
I mess with it. Like, he's wild, but he's controversial. But it's like everything he was saying to me was valid. I like, okay, not everything, but like, majority of stuff he was saying, like I understood what he was saying,
Facts.
He's real controversial, sure.
Facts. They say he's like really controversial, but what did you think about his stuff?
It was controversial.
You thought it was controversial?
For sure it was controversial, but the things he was saying that goes on in the community, it touched some people, especially like, the females, because he was going in on them,
Yeah.
And then not just by females, how guys gotta have their stuff together, like how a man has to prove his worth, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a female doesn't, you get what I'm saying? So like, like one post I seen about him, he said you should be working 60 hours a week. You should be working 60 hours a week. If you're not working 60 hours a week, you shouldn't be on YouTube, Instagram. You
shouldn't be fucking around and shit.
Snapchat, Twitter. You shouldn't be on none of that. You should be at least working 60 hours a week and then take that little money, invest in something that could help your future. You know what I'm saying? He was a smart man. Like he wanted to see, especially the black community. Yeah. He wanted to see us rise because he was saying a video came out. He was saying, now in 2021, the black man had changed the stereotype. With the police, we're going into 2022. Better, healthier. We just want our black women to like love us and just support us. Black women need to start supporting black men, and
Facts.
I feel like that's true. I feel like black women need to start supporting black men because we have it the hardest. So it's like like he hit people were hurt, but everybody know it was true.
Facts.
It was true.
Like, and the reason why he's saying like work 60 hours a week is because he was saying like, hey, if you want to be somebody, you need to get your bread right, you need to get your money right. He was really talking about building. They call it the high value man. If you guys ever heard about it, he's talking about, hey man, if you want this type of woman that you want to love, respect you, and treat you right, then you need to be of quality to her. And to be that, you gotta put the money in, you gotta put the work in, you gotta be high value. So he wasn't just attacking women, but as like most women hated him. It felt like what was your thoughts on like the women, what the women were saying about him?
I was saying a lot of it was true. Like women don't love the truth.
No, not what he said about women, but what women were saying about him.
He's a narcissist, like who is he? He's nobody. He ain't Jesus, who cares what he's talking about? It'd be the same women that's unmarried, past 35.
Facts.
And it's like,
Facts.
like how he said, You talking about you almost 40 and you talking about you waiting. What you waiting for?
That part.
You're almost 40.
Yeah.
What you waiting for? He said that, and some women didn't like that. But it's like, for real, it's like, you 40, you know? It's like, he made a statement how guys get better with time and women deteriorate.
Like wine. Wine and milk,
no
basically.
disrespect. We love women. No disrespect to the women.
No. It's just facts.
I love women. But it's just like,
the truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth.
The truth
like,
is the truth.
That's why he was so controversial, because those women.
Careful with the table.
Women don't love the truth. That's like,
They don't like it when it doesn't benefit them.
Exactly.
If you say, hey, you can get in the club for free because you're pretty, they like that.
But
if you tell a woman, hey, you know what? If you don't get together, choose the right man before you hit a certain age, it's gonna be a lot harder for you. They don't like, I don't want to hear that shit. I could be a boss bitch. Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
All that hot girl summer shit.
Yeah, all that shit.
I don't know. It's like he was speaking facts, man.
Super
facts. End of the day, but it was like he was. I say he was influential.
He was
very
definitely
influential, because like we needed that voice. He was that voice. Like we need a voice like that to get people to understand. Like, no, this is what you should be doing. This is what He didn't just get on women, like I said earlier, previously. Like, he got on men too. How like men really got to get their stuff together. Like, you a man, you have to provide. You got to get your stuff together. So it's
facts.
Like, so yeah, man.
Facts.
But
okay.
I liked Kevin Stump. He was controversial. He spoke his mind. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care. He was unfiltered.
He was doing his thing.
America loves unfiltered. We love unfiltered.
He was doing his thing. He was doing his thing.
Much respect to him. For sure.
So, if you guys didn't know, Kevin Samuels passed away yesterday. That's what they're saying, right? And okay, according to the news, they're saying that the day before that, they found him unresponsive on the floor, right? And then they're saying, who knows what the truth is, right? They're saying that even before that, he was having chest pains, or he was claiming he was having chest pains. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It just reminds me of like, was there anyone in the apartment with him the night before, a couple of nights before? If he's been having medical issues, like how many times have we been known about medical issues? Like, and it just reminds me about, I don't know if you know how Jimi Hendrix died. Do you know how Jimi Hendrix died?
I kind of heard something about a drug overdose to that nature.
Yeah, so what happened is like he overdosed, right, on a drug, but he was with this woman and he was choking on his vomit. And all she had to do was just put him on his side and the vomit would have came out and he would have lived. But she ran away, left, and he died. So it kind of, it's making me think all these things about it, but like, what do you think about the death? What do you think about his death?
I don't know. When I seen it, I was shocked. I said, what is going on? I seen it like how majority of everyone else seen it. Instagram, being on your phone. It was just like, reports have just came in that he passed. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I said, is this true? Because a lot of people like to post fake stuff. So I was just sitting there like, man, he's going to post them. So I went on his page. I was like, oh, man, people putting R.I.P. I'm like, what's going on?
Damn.
Then I was like, man, if the Shade Room posted, for sure.
It's got to be on point.
It's on point. I was like, the Shade Room didn't post it. So I was like, man, it has to be true. Then reports came out that, like you said earlier, he was with a female. I was like, oh. He was with a female.
Was he with a female? He was?
He was with a female, and then he was like, his chest started hurting, and he just died in her arms. I'm just like...
He died in her arms? That's what they said?
I'm like, man, did somebody spike his drink or something? Like, a girl mess with him? Like, I just sense foul play, like...
It does seem like foul play. It's
kind of weird. Like, he out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
It does
crazy.
seem kind of
like,
weird.
He was really... I don't know. It's like... Maybe he probably did. He was 57. Maybe he had health issues. Who knows? But... Not much has really came out. The only thing that we know of that I've seen is that he was with a female. He was having chest pains. Cardiac arrest is what they said.
Yeah,
cardiac arrest,
basically a heart attack.
And he fell in her arms and died.
Yeah, so it's very strange, because I don't know if you guys feel like, I don't know if you feel like it. I don't know if you guys believe it, but it's kind of like when black men, they start speaking out openly and stuff like that. Sometimes things just happen, right? Dave Chappelle he did his thing, he left for a little bit. Pac, let's go to Pac. Pac did his thing, out, right? Nipsey Hussle was working on doing the Community, out. Like, it's like, whenever a black man speaks openly out about something that may be bettering the community, and Kevin Samuels, whether you want to admit it or not, was bettering the community by building better black men and better black women, and just better black, men and women in general, not just races, but just better men and women in general. And so sometimes you got to cut the snake off at the head. And so it just seemed really, like you said, foul play. It seemed strange because, like, okay, he's been cool. There was no other hospital reports. And all of a sudden, R.I.P. the Godfather, they call him or whatever, you know. It's just like, what? Yeah, it's strange.
Crazy, man. Because he was that voice. It's like, you know, they always try to cut off the voice. Like, whenever we have somebody big, it's crazy because I was driving today before I arrived. And I was like, damn. People might not, like, understand what I'm trying to say, but it's like, you know, damn, we lost Kevin Samuels. He was good for what he was good for. We lost Nipsey Hussle. He was good for what he was good for. We're just losing all these people. It's like, man, it's like the people that, like, that could really steer us in the right direction, it seems like for some reason they just disappear. It's crazy. It's like
they're taken out.
They just got you taken out. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. When I heard that, I was like, man, this just don't seem right. It's like,
yeah,
this is crazy. Like,
Facts.
this happened out of nowhere. And then you got people commenting. It's like congratulating, happy. It's like, come
that
on,
he's dead.
Man. Yeah, sad.
You know, this might be a little conspiracy or whatever you might say. Some people might say conspiracy about it, but like, I know a lot of women were offended by his stuff. A lot of women were offended by his stuff. And so we're just gonna go on a little magical conspiracy theory, what people like to call it, right? So it's perhaps, you know, they're like, you know, we got to stop this guy from talking, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I say this because I'm just going to jump into something and maybe I'm going to try to connect dots, right? So Rihanna's pregnant with A$AP Rocky's baby, right?
Yeah,
am I right?
True.
Okay, so he had an affair, right?
Supposedly.
Right?
Supposedly.
Okay, check this out. After he got in that affair, did a certain gun charge or something like that? Wasn't he
out of nowhere?
Something
happened in 2021 that we never heard about.
I know, out of nowhere. You know, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's things like that that makes me think, like, what the fuck, like, you know what I mean? But with these certain
individuals,
with these certain women in power, they're like, okay, nah, it's not. We got to knock them down a peg or cut them off completely.
When they get to reach that level, because like she's Rihanna,
and I'm not saying anything bad about Rihanna, but I'm saying she probably felt really disrespected, or the people that respect her probably felt really disrespected that he did that, and they're like, okay, let's just put out this thing about A$AP Rocky doing this because because
that's how you feel. That's your standpoint.
That's because it's way too close from the affair to all of a sudden. You going to court for some shit.
Crazy shit. It's not even just no regular shit. They feds kicking down your door.
That part.
Shootings and shit. It's like, man, Rocky was. I'm like, he out here like that.
It didn't make any sense, right?
It didn't make no sense.
So I kind of connect that type of kind of weird things that don't add up to like the Kevin Samuels death. You know what I mean? It just don't add up. Like, you know what you're saying?
Things don't add up. But we'll see if more reports come out.
Yeah, we'll see if more things come out.
Very little. People like, and I was surprised. I thought the Shade Room posted like, rapid, like
quick as fuck. Yeah, facts.
They waited. I think they were waiting for all the facts. If they didn't want to post nothing, and then he's still alive. But he died in Atlanta with a female. R.I.P. to that man. He was he was controversial.
Rest in power.
Rest in power. It's like, for real, he was real controversial, but he wanted to see us win. I feel like he was a good man. You know, 57 years old. He lived his life.
Facts.
You know, so it's like when I see stuff like that, I just be like, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's super crazy. It also lets you know that life is quick, and you gotta do what you gotta do on this planet while you can.
He made his voice heard. But he could have reached even. I like to see everyone, Nipsey, him reach there. Tupac reach.
Yeah. So many levels.
Them heights.
So many levels.
You know, it's like when they get to, like, they die. Something happens to them right when it's like, oh yeah, they're about to.
They're getting their momentum.
Next step is up there. They're up there now.
Yeah, they're getting their momentum.
Like Tupac, he took over 2000. Coming to the new millennium, Tupac. Nipsey right now? Oh, and it's 2022, Nipsey?
Facts. Different story. Pac 2022. The fuck?
Man, for real.
Shit.
But it's like, it's crazy, man. It's like, you know, everyone just say, the man. But, you know, it's like...
You know, we don't know. We don't know.
We'll never know.
Just like I said about the conspiracy, about the women and stuff like that. You know, I'm just talking, women, I love you. I love you.
we love the women.
We fucking adore you and respect you.
Women.
But I do believe in gender roles. I think T, you also believe in gender roles. Like a man should be a man, a woman should be a woman, you know what I mean? And so et cetera, et cetera. But I just want to clarify for y'all that may think, oh, I'm hating on women because I made that whole conspiracy statement earlier.
Love women.
Yeah, that's not it
women.
at all. You know what I mean?
I love you.
But definitely want to say rest in peace, rest in power to Kevin Samuels. Thank you for your work, brother. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about his condolences, T?
Condolences to his family, his mother. This is a real person. This is America, freedom of speech. He just gave his opinion. But his opinion was not to bash women, not to bash anyone. It was to help us as a community, and solely us as a black community. He was just trying to help us. I feel like he was trying to do the right thing. And, sometimes, you go back to the old saying, tough love. He was given tough love. He lived a long life. He's 57. He's seen what's going on. He knows what's going on. So, take it how you want it, but his voice was heard. Rest in power, Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, amen. And tough love is the best love sometimes. You know what I mean? So, thank you all for listening to the pod. We just want to talk a little bit about Kevin Samuels, him passing away. Again, my name is Antonio the Miles.
It's your boy Terrick T. Hit me on Instagram, tjuliano, T33_Juliano. It's your boy T, man. Holla at me.
Yeah, and y'all can reach me at YEAHTHATISHIM. Yeah, that is him on Instagram and TikTok. Again, you can get my ebook coming out soon called 10 Things That Your Parents Should Have Taught You But Didn't. Until next time, folks, we will catch you in the next pod.
And one last thing. Follow me. I don't know if I said it right. My Instagram, tjuliano, T33JULIANO_. Follow your boy.
Yeah, and if y'all didn't mention it, y'all gonna see it in the description. It's also gonna be in the caption. Follow him. T's hip. We'll have him on again. Other than that, y'all, stay tuned. Stay blessed. Like the video. Comment the video. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget any of that stuff, right? Share it with your homies. Share it with your friends. If you're listening online, give a good review.
Like and subscribe to the podcast, the Empire Podcast. This is going down. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Yep. Real topics. We talking about what's going on, what people's thinking about, getting straight to it like we did today, getting straight to the nitty gritty, you know what I'm saying?
We gonna do
whatever you're thinking about, we probably gonna talk about it.
We got variety here, and that's just how it's gonna roll. And we see how it's going to flow, you know what I mean? Other than that, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay positive mind, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
See ya.
I say it's